My parents wanted to obviously have a better life. Back in Portugal, it was very hard. There was no jobs. They wanted a better life, so they came in 1971. And I was just a little baby, 3 months old, when I came to Canada. Well, obviously the economy here is much more fast-paced, stronger, a lot of industrial. Back home we don't have industrial. We have, especially where I'm from. I'm from the islands, it's very small. There's 9 islands, by the way, in the Azores. It's an archipelago. They live off mostly off the land and dairy products. That's about it. There's no industrial. So if you weren't a farmer or you weren't a fisherman, then there was nowhere else to make a living. So obviously here you had more opportunities. There was more. The industry was much larger. There was more jobs, and you had a better opportunity in life to succeed. Yes, there was. There was a lot of not only Portuguese. There was Italians. A lot of Italians came here too, also looking for the same reasons. There was also very few. There was some Irish and Scottish mixed, but I guess in the 70s the population of immigrants was from Italy and Portugal and from Poland at that time.
Well, the rate of employment right now, it is very bad in Portugal because of the fact that they're down the drain there. Compare to Canada, in Canada, because it's a way bigger country, there's a lot more opportunity when it comes to jobs, and there's a lot more opportunity in general. In Portugal, especially where I'm from, it's very limited. It's either it's retail, people are still working in the lands, and whoever has lands, a lot of people don't want to take care of it, because before that's how they lived off, was pretty much the lands. Whatever they planted, they would after make money on that, like potatoes and everything came from the land. And now the jobs that's there, it's pretty much retail, and even that's going down the drain, because of course, if let's say for example, people that have flower shops, how do you keep that business right now the way it is there? Because if you have a flower shop, how you go and buy flowers if you don't even have money to pay your bills in the end of the month? So economy is very bad. Comparing to Canada, we have a way better way of living here, and there's a lot more opportunity here. Yes, it was. It was very difficult to leave my family, because when I came over here, I came pretty much by myself. I was just living with my husband, and yeah, we kept in touch. And of course, when it comes to holidays and birthdays, it's very hard because it's your family, right? And so we still keep in touch, and my parents and my brothers and sisters, they all came and visit. And I actually have one brother here with me now, which I'm very happy for that. And everything else is just, we keep in touch. But it was very hard to leave my family.
Well, I said it was pretty bad. He was there almost 3 years. The colonial war was basically Portugal was fighting to continue with their economy there, and the so-called terrorists didn't want the Portuguese or even any other nation there, because they knew that Africa was rich of gold and petroleum, so they didn't want anybody else there. And I think the war was for nothing, just like any other words. It doesn't have any meaning. You know, it's just fighting over land and territory. But my father said it was pretty bad. A lot of people died. A lot of his friends left behind families to go and fight there in Africa, and then ended up dying there. Yeah, in the Second World War, a lot of Jewish immigrated to Portugal and changed their last names and their first names, some of them, because of the fact Portugal was a neutral country at the time. They weren't involved in the World War. So a lot of them, a lot of Jewish would migrate there. Even other countries would go there to seek refuge. I think Portugal at that time was still dealing with trying to keep their other colonies that they had at that time, like Africa. They were trying to keep some of the colonies there in Africa, and I think they were going through rough times. I don't think they really had an infrastructure compared to like Canada or the US. So I think it was completely different.
Oh yes, the climate there, yeah, most definitely. Over here we have the 4 seasons. Like we have spring, summer, fall, and winter. Over there it's pretty much summer and winter throughout the whole year. Like the winter, you really feel that's winter because everything is very cold, and it's just rain there because it's a very tropical country. It's just pretty much rain. Like in the summer, it's humid, but not as humid as in Canada. But definitely over here, like you have your 4 seasons. Back home, it's 2 seasons. It's either summer or winter. Well, my career, when I was in school there, I was studying to become a nurse. But one time I saw this terrifying accident, then I decided not to be a nurse after that. And I don't know what would my career be, because like I said, there's not that opportunity. Like you have to be very lucky to get into something really good. And the same thing it is over here too. Like you have to have like that person backing you up in order for you to get into some good firms and some good places to work at. So it is very different. Like over there, I don't know what I would become. I'll probably become like, I don't know, housekeeper, babysitter, or working on retail, which is something that I'm not crazy for it, but that's the only choice that you pretty much have over there.
Well, that was everything about my background, where I'm from.
Well, that's about it.